Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Tennova Healthcare. Man, September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Tennessee will also be having a prostate cancer awareness game against Western Carolina in September. That's all because 1 in about 6 or 7, 1 in 6.5, you can have a 0.5 man, will battle that disease at some point. If you're facing prostate cancer, turn to Tennova's Men's Health Center of Excellence. Learn more about that great feature at Tennova.com. All right, gentlemen, this is going to be very quick. I just want to run through some position battles that are still going on. See if you are confident or concerned at this point in those areas. We'll start at right tackle. Coleman Thomas looks to be the guy that's leading that spot at this point. A lot of fans are scared about that one. I'm told that the coaches simply like the physicality of Thomas more than they do of Kendrick at the moment. But it could wind up being Kendrick at some point. Could be somebody else. Could be a Drew Richmond or another freshman by the end of the year. But as of right now, concerned or confident at right tackle?
Concerned. I'm not convinced he's going to be good in pass protection.
I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm concerned too. Mike DeBoer said the other day, that one day this week, that he was really pleased with pass protection right now. But you know, you just got that image in your head of somebody running around Coleman Thomas.
Yeah, and I remember that image from the Oklahoma game last year, as we were talking about before the show, and the footwork too. I mean, you want to see that improve, but you have to be concerned there.
All right, now Sterling's not on the desk at this moment, but I'll throw out the wait. If they were going against Tennessee's D-line, that's the best D-line they're going to face all year anyway. So if he's holding up against this D-line, he'll hold up against Oklahoma and Florida and everybody else. There, that was for Sterling. It was off segment. All right, the next one.
All day, every day.
Yeah, the nickelback position. Rashawn Galton lost for the year. Malik Foreman and newcomer Micah Abernathy are battling for that spot. Justin Martin could wind up in that mix as well. He's had some injury issues. Confident or concerned with the situation at safety, at nickelback?
Concerned.
Are we just going to have concern on all these? I'm afraid.
I'm going concerned on all of these. I think at this point you're a little bit concerned that nobody has taken the bull by the horns at any of these positions that we're going to talk about, and I don't want to give it away. But I'm concerned about all of these. I think there's a lot to be concerned about. And then you worry about, okay, well, if he's going to be here, who's going to be behind these guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Malik Foreman's played a lot of football, but he kind of lost a starting job as new players came into the program. Now he's back in there. A little bit of concern there, yeah.
Okay.
And concerned even based too on some of these teams you're going to be playing, because this is going to be a key position on your team. It's almost like the nickel back is part of your base offense and not somebody big base defense that you're bringing out there.
Yeah, and that's something a lot of people have realized now. That this day and age, a lot of teams are just playing a 4-2-5. I mean, that's your defense. You got 2 linebackers out there and a nickel back for most of the game.
John, they were even looking at Malik Foreman on offense before the year. So that kind of tells me they're concerned about his ability to play there, and they're shuffling people. Mm-hmm. Is it Micah Abernathy? Is it Justin Martin? Can Martin play corner and then move Sutton to nickel? With all those question marks, to me it is a concern.
All right, next one we talked about in the last segment. LaDarrell McNeil lost for an extended period, if not the entire season, with a neck injury. Todd Kelly Jr., Evan Berry are expected to fill the shoes. But as we just said, you know, who's going to fill the shoes behind those guys if somebody sprains an ankle? Concerned? Is it clear just to quickly go ahead and move down concerned at that spot, or is somebody confident?
I'm not as concerned about that one as I am the others.
I'm with Mike on that.
Okay.
Now, the depth is where you get the concern, but as far as the starter, I think you're okay.
Like TK, but you worry about what's behind him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Middle line, although I will say, 2 years in a row now, though, McNeil had beaten out Todd Kelly for that spot. So I like Todd Kelly Jr. as well, but for some reason the coaches trusted McNeil there more than Kelly. Anyway, middle linebacker. Sophomore Colton Jumper, freshman Darren Kirkland appear to be in the lead to start alongside Jalen Reeves-Maben. Concern
with a capital C. Concern. Yeah.
Capitalize the whole word, I think.
And then Kenny Bynum, I thought Bynum was in the mix, and all of a sudden he's not there. Yeah. And then we're hearing, well, maybe it's a matchup with Bowling Green, but I think that's a big concern. You're either
Dylan Bates
or a true fresh.
Yeah, Dylan Bates wasn't mentioned, then they kind of came back and said, oh, yeah, he could come back and be.
And now they're going to look at him at outside linebacker.
Yeah.
And who until 2 weeks ago had heard of Colton Jumper? I mean, seriously.
Somewhere the Jumpers are upset by that.
Like, well, I'm sorry about that, but all of a sudden his name starts coming up, and you're like, whoa, this is the guy who is potentially starting at middle linebacker? That's concern with the Capitals.
He was complimented by the defensive coaches throughout spring practice, but you didn't take it seriously. But now you do take it seriously.
I almost start to get the feeling that they feel like Kirkland is the guy, but they don't know if he's quite ready, and they're almost trying to motivate him a little bit more. Because you started out, what'd you have, 5 or 6 players in the mix for the starting position?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we're down to 2.
Yeah.
Well, that got whittled down.
All right, boys, here's the last one. I'm not even going to throw out the competitors because we don't know. Punter. I mean, you had 3 guys coming in there to compete for the punting situation.
He's a basketball player.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin Punter. Confident or concerned in the punting side? How can you be confident?
I am not concerned. I think they got 3 guys. That 3 guys competing for the punting job is kind of a luxury. Usually, they don't have 3. They'll take one of them, and I think they'll get a good punter.
Okay.
I agree with Mike. I'm actually confident in this one, and here's why. And maybe he'll get beat out. Renfro at Maryland was a 3-year starter. He averaged 41.5 yards a punt.
Which would have been about 9th or 10th in the SEC last year.
I'd
worse than Matt Darr.
Well, Darr had a pretty good year.
Yeah. The back half.
I watched those guys at practice a little bit, and consistency is, I think, the reason why they haven't named somebody, or maybe they just don't want to name somebody, but they can all boom it.
Here would be my concern. Even if you are consistent in practice, carrying it over to the field. And we've seen a lot of times where that has not happened.
All right, so of those positions, the one we feel more confident about is the one where we have no idea who's going to go in the job. It's completely all right. All right, that's interesting. There are a lot of people right now saying, I thought this was going to be a pro UT show. You're talking about real issues here. All right, when we come back, Sterling Hinton's back on the set. For those of you saying we want to be fired up, we want some positivity, Sterling's here, Bobby's here, Shazan's here. We're going to take a look. Where does Butch Jones rank in the SEC right now in terms of coaches? I think pretty highly. We'll just see what the rest of the group says when we come back on the Sports Source.